The Islamic State released an audio message which the group says is from its leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Analysts believe the voice in the audio is indeed Baghdadi's, but they have yet to verify that claim. The message calls on Muslims across the globe to emigrate to the caliphate the group claims to have established in the Middle East. The audio message also said that Islam was never a religion of peace, but of war. An Italian police ship carrying more than 530 rescued migrants arrived in Sicily on Friday. The migrants were brought ashore by a police ship and assessed by medical staff at the dock. Over 2,220 migrants were rescued on Thursday and in the early hours of Friday as they attempted to cross the Mediterranean Sea to reach Italy from the coast of North Africa. So far this year, at least 1,750 people have died trying to cross the Mediterranean. This is a 20-fold increase on the same period over last year. Hundreds more are expected to attempt the dangerous crossing in the weeks ahead as smugglers continue to capitalize on calmer weather. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi traveled to Beijing today, continuing a visit intended to increase cooperation between India and China. In meetings with Chinese Premier, Mr. Modi requested that China reconsider its approach to relations between two Asian giants. The two sides signed 24 agreements worth $10 billion on a variety of subjects, including education, transportation, and science. Annual visits between the two countries' militaries will also begin. Prime Minister Modi told reporters that better relations between the two countries would have a profound impact on the course of this century. Modi expressed his hope for an end to border disputes.
On the boundary question, we agreed that we continue to explore a fair, reasonable, and mutually acceptable resolution. We both reiterated our strong commitment to make all efforts to maintain peace and tranquility in the border region.
Since Modi's election last June, the leaders have met 3 times. Modi is expected to visit 3 Chinese cities in what will be his first visit to China since he took office in June of 2014. Iranian naval vessels fired shots at a Singapore tanker in the Persian Gulf on Thursday. 5 Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy ships approached Singapore's Alpine Eternity oil products tanker around noon local time. The tanker fled to the safety of the United Arab Emirates waters. Iran claimed that the tanker is responsible for damage to an Iranian oil platform it hit in March. This comes as U.S. President Barack Obama met with Gulf allies to calm their fear that Iran would gain power from a nuclear deal and the lifting of sanctions by the West. The attack also comes at a time of heightened tension between Saudi Arabia and Iran. A top member of Iran's parliament called Saudi Arabia's King Salman a traitor to Islam on Thursday. The Saudi-led coalition in Yemen has imposed an air and sea blockade to stop weapons reaching the Iranian-backed Shiite rebels that are taking over the country. The Saudis are insisting on inspecting an Iranian aid ship bound for Yemen, while Iran has said it will not allow the Saudis to carry out this inspection and that any attack on the ship will mean war. Cyprus's rival leaders on Friday vowed to work tirelessly for a swift peace accord at the conclusion of fresh talks aimed to end the decades-old divide of the island, a United Nations envoy said. After the 4-hour meeting, UN envoy Espen Barth claimed there was much momentum going forward to reach a comprehensive settlement. Hope to end a 40-year conflict in Cyprus was revived earlier this month when pro-reconciliation leader Mustafas Akinci was elected to the Turkish sector. The nation was divided in 1974 when a Greek Cypriot attempted to unify the island with Greece. His attempts failed after Turkey invaded Cyprus and seized its northern third. Turkish Cypriots declared a Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, but only Turkey has recognized the small state. The United States and Cuba will hold talks over reopening embassies in Washington and Havana next week, the U.S. State Department announced yesterday evening. The talks scheduled for next Thursday in Washington had been postponed due to disagreements over unrestricted travel in Cuba by U.S. diplomats as well as other concerns. Negotiations have been held for almost 5 months on the re-establishment of diplomatic ties under a deal announced by Presidents Raul Castro and Barack Obama on December 17th. Castro said he believed ambassadors would be chosen after Cuba is taken off the U.S. list of state sponsors of terrorism at the end of May. This is Michael Kokomais for KPCG and TheTrumpet.com.